Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. How are we feeling today?
Fine, sir.
Before we go any further, can I ask us to turn off or put our mobiles on silence? Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the Nation of Islam Sunday afternoon meeting. I'm glad to see that we have made it on time, regardless of the traffic and the busyness that we see out there.
Yes, sir.
Well, how's your week been?
Busy.
Come on. That's a question to all of us.
Swings and roundabouts.
Swings and roundabouts. All praises due to Allah, we have to say. You know, I came in here today and brother in charge asked me the question, how am I? And my response wasn't how it should be, of gratitude to Allah.
Yes, sir.
You know, when we ask that question, we should be grateful for every day that we wake up, because we know that there's people on this planet that is not waking, that did not wake up today.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So those who are grateful, we will fight to live another day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Regardless of all the turmoil that's going on in our lives, we have to be grateful for Allah for giving us this.
Yes, sir.
You know, so gratitude is a word that we must use more often. You know, before I was leaving out today, I gave myself an hour and a half to get here. While I was getting ready, I got a text from Sister Barbara and Sister Janet saying that there's a run happening in the West End. So they gave me a route. But while I was reading the text, I said, you know what? I get a weekly train pass. So rather than go through that madness, I'll just jump on the train. It will get me to London, Victoria, 20 minutes, and it will get me here in 10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
So rather than use that hour and a half, I can get there in half an hour. But still, I left giving myself an hour and a half.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, I get to the train station, and where I was going to buy my weekly, the machine was not working. So I went to the barrier guy. I said to him, look mate, because you have to speak like them. You have to speak like the people, you know what I mean? I went to him, I said, I normally buy a weekly. Is it possible that I could go through and buy it at Victoria because the machine's not working? He goes, they may give you a penalty fare if you go through. I said, can I take that risk? Anyway, he lets me through. 20 minutes later, I'm in Victoria. I go to the barrier, I explain it to the brother at the barrier, he directs me to the customer service. I go to the customer service, and the woman goes, who let you through? So I said it was a white guy with glasses. So she went on the phone. And she said, she went on the phone, she comes off the phone and she said, there's no one of that description at the barrier. I said, madam, it was 20 minutes ago. If the person's not there, I don't know.
You didn't jump on.
She goes, well, can you fill this for me? Now that's how she's talking to me. Abrupt, really, hard. But, I'm patient. I filled it in. She goes, can you put what time that you went through the barrier? Because we have got CCTV, I put the time, I handed it back to her. Now, she's she's doing something behind the counter. I said, excuse me, madam, I am late for an appointment. You wait there till I'm ready to let you go. Anybody who knows David Mahoney, right?
Wow.
Anybody who knows me. I said, how dare you talk to me like that? Who the hell do you think you are? Do you think you're talking to one of those little black boys with their trousers halfway down their knees that you can get into trouble? She goes, are you calling me a racist? I said, yes, I'm calling you a damn racist. Well, I'm calling the police. Picks up the phone, puts it down. Next thing, 4 armed police is walking towards me. I go, no, I said, come.
Good, David.
I said, come. So they come. Before he got to me, I laugh at him. Blah, blah, blah. He goes, all right, mate, all right, mate, all right, mate. So he goes, what's happened? So she explained to him what happened. To tell you the truth, she didn't lie, which they normally do.
Yes.
They add on to it. She didn't lie. So he goes to me, oh, you called her a racist? I said, yes, sir. And then I explained to him, and I said to her, do you think this is a little black boy? So he said, why do you think she would think that? I said, because the way these little black boys are treated, they're treated as the thugs. But you can't look on me and see that. So this is our uniform, yeah?
Yes, sir.
The way we look, we shouldn't have to. We should be able to dress how we like. We should be able to.
Yes, sir.
A woman should be able to dress in a miniskirt if she likes and not be attacked.
Right.
True.
Yes, sir.
We should be able to wear our trousers down here, even though it's not good, without being attacked.
Yes, sir.
And when I say attacked, we are being attacked. Our youngsters are being attacked. So by the time I finished with the police, it was, all right, mate, all right. Where are you going to? And I said, I'm going to a meeting. Right? And he goes, all right, we're going to put a line across and we're going to end it now. I said, so can I buy my weekly ticket? He goes, well, who's won here? I said, no one's won because I'm late and she's nearly crying. Right? Because she expected me to get arrested.
Yeah.
For what?
Well,
Accusing her.
or shot. How dare you accuse a white woman of being racist? That's their mentality. A couple of years ago, again, I went to buy a ticket. Don't follow me. Let me tell you, if you follow me, you are going to nearly get in trouble. My little boy, he says, no, Dad, I don't want to go with you, right? Because we're always in trouble. Because I speak up for what's right.
That's right.
Do not bow down. If you're wrong, wrong is wrong. But I know what the man said to me, and I know what I did. So, wrong is wrong, right is right, and I was in the right. Anyway, I went to buy a ticket. I'm fifth in the queue. When I get to the queue, the woman just...
Your turn.
So I'm standing there. And if you notice, when I get angry, my lips start bubbling. Right? My bubbles lips up. So I went to the guy on the other side of the barrier. I said, excuse me, sir, why did she just do that without explaining what she was doing? He goes, she did. I said, no, she didn't. She did. And then he went to walk off. Next thing, I knocked on the wind glass because I'm not letting it go. I said, madam. She lifted it up, put it down again. I'm mad now, right? Anyway, the guy come out and he said to me, sir, I'm calling the police. I said, what for? He goes, you spat at me. He said, you spat at me. And I looked at his name. His name was Ali. Asian Ali. Anyway, I said, well, listen, my train is in 20 minutes. I'm going to Starbucks, buying a coffee. When I come back, I expect the police here. Because they got CCTV, and they can see if you spat it. You know? But the point is, they rely on our youth. They rely on big man, what they're going to do to our youth. So brothers and sisters, that was my intro. That was my intro. Praise be to Allah. So, our next speaker, who loves this teaching, you know, he loves this teaching. You know, I'm going to bring on our brother, your brother, Brother Floyd Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum, family. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, I couldn't thank Allah enough for intervening in our affairs, who raised one from among the brotherhood. He goes by the name of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who in turn left us a comforter, a one to lead, teach, and to guide. He goes by a very unusual name, Farrakhan, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And the name Farrakhan means the discriminator. However, he is our teacher, he is our guide. Why do we need a teacher and why do we need a guide? I'd like to greet you in the greeting words of peace, my brothers and sisters of Assalamu alaikum. My brother Barry gave me a topic he would like me to say a few words on. Stop the killing. And in this time, I'm saying to myself, wow, stop the killing. So since we've got a leader, a teacher, and a guide, I went to YouTube. You know, the kind of machine that we use for all kind of different reasons. Well, I use it to go and look up the minister, stop the killing, because I need some food for speaking today. I don't want to come from myself because I ain't got nothing to say as a brother apart from the madness that I was doing. However, I heard a word that turned my mind around. So I'm hoping that I can say a few things. Why would we need someone today to say to us as a people who claim that we are free, a people who claim that we are grown and we have everything that it needs for a people to survive, why would we need someone to come and say to us, stop the killing? Can't we see for ourselves the damages that we are doing to ourselves?
Yes, sir.
Some of us will say, oh, we need a sign to say that God is present. Well, brothers and sisters, I'm a part of that sign.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I was once lost and someone came and found me.
Yes, sir.
Someone came and set me on the road of go and get some knowledge for yourself. Don't care how much PhD you've got, how much O-level you have got. In the eyes of the powers that be, they have us in a particular bracket. Well, when the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan come, he removed those brackets.
Yes, sir.
That's their bracket. It's not your bracket.
Yes, sir.
Your bracket is to get close to God. Know God for yourself. And when you know God for yourself, you will know who you are. Because you are nothing but a representation of God.
Yes, sir.
For the past week, we have heard about the murdering of one of our young brothers outside of a school. I haven't got the actual facts of what really happened. However, we have all got the actual facts that he's been murdered. And 9 times out of 10, it's one of our younger brothers, our younger sisters who are part of this. But they don't understand that there is a movement of foot to make sure that these things happen.
Yes, sir.
We went to, I don't know if you can call it a meeting on Friday night, where members of the family were meeting in Harlesden. And our brother, one of the brothers from among us, Brother Leo, he spoke. But before he got up to speak, it was already said to us, oh, this is not a black and white thing. Our people don't understand the hidden hand behind the scene.
Yes, sir.
We don't understand
Go
this
ahead, brother. Tell the
have
truth.
to happen. Jesus said like this, we seek it for a sign. What sign? The sign of Jonah. So that means all of us, whether you're religious or not, you need to go and read what Jonah had to go through.
Yes, sir.
We are going to be going through some stuff because our people don't understand. We don't see nothing yet. You see the President of America saying if Chicago don't get themselves together, he's got the guard going. Don't think England
That's right. Ain't saying the same thing.
ain't saying the same thing.
That's right.
That's right, brother.
What they're doing, they're waiting for our parents to come and call them for these organizations that we don't know nothing about
Yes,
to
sir.
move into our community.
Yes, sir.
See, we have got brothers and sisters who have worked in the school system, as we call it, the killing field system. And they have this safe officer that comes around maybe once a month to speak to the school. And you will be surprised the amount of information that these safe officers have got. They can tell you which estate has got all these boys selling drugs. So if you know it, why you don't do something about it?
Yes, sir.
They wanted to escalate to the point where our parents and grandparents say, I can't deal with this no more. They've got all the ammunition ready. They've got the haters who really want to come in and show us what it's like to kill. The minister has taught us over the years that it's only when the blood gets to the horse's bridle we are going to understand.
Yes, sir.
However, we can't blame the minister for giving a word. It's now down on us to get up and help to give that word.
Yes, sir.
Stop, leave it on the minister. He has already blown the trumpet. We need to get a trumpet for ourselves to warn and guide our people. And we can't warn and guide our people from a point of not doing. Our people need to see an action that there's a group of people that is resolute in what they say they know and believe. See, brothers and sisters, when we were there on Friday, people was asking the question, where's the nation? What happened to the nation? I say, we are here. There was one brother who said the nation has gone to sleep. We can't be having that, brothers and sisters. We got to go out in the community.
Yes, sir.
There's a wide field await the wide awake man and woman.
Yes, sir.
Take the teachings and put it in your style, but keep it to the point of the teaching.
Yes, sir.
We're sitting down in the room and we've got sisters who say that, you know, I've loved my black men, but black men, you're slipping. And she ain't saying nothing wrong. But she need to understand why they're slipping.
Yes, sir.
They need to know why they're having war with the black woman like never before. The statistics of this country says that 95% of the homes are run by black women.
Yes, sir.
Well, if our sisters have to be mother and father provider and protector, where she's getting time to look after her children. If for some of us, and self like my sister said, if for some of us, all these computer games are comfort for our children, so they're not outside, what games are you getting your children? Because don't think that these games don't have an effect on our children. You play these games that you're robbing somebody, take away their car, killing somebody. What do you think that is doing to your brain? Your reactive mind?
That's right.
What you think when they come in the street and they have to be fronting to their brothers and sisters, you think that they're saying, oh, it was just a game? Killing is easy to our children. And if some of us get in their way, they won't have a problem taking us out. But the Bible speak about it. There will be wars and rumors of wars. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's what you're seeing.
Yes, sir.
That's what's happening around the world. You have children having war with children, children having war with their parents, parents going to war with their children, and you're looking and you're saying, wow, it's the end of time. No, it's the beginning of the end of time.
That's right.
It's the beginning of the end of time. All praises are due to Allah. We as a people,
Wake us up.
we have to take responsibility, because some of us, our parents were so strict, and you know we get beat for everything, and very little explanation about anything that you got beaten for. However, try that today with some of our children. However, I'm old school. I've got to tell you the truth. I don't beat without explaining. I tell my children straight up. See, anytime I'm going to discipline my children, I'm going to tell you why you're getting disciplined. I'm not going to just beat you and then realize that I'm wrong and be afraid to say sorry. That's why we need to find out certain things before you go and beat your children, because once you beat them, what sorry is going to do after you done put some licks in their skin? For me, I've got 3 young daughters that I'm looking after, and I've got to prepare them for a world that they are going to meet, one way or the other. And I'm trying my best by the grace of Allah to bring up my children for the world in an understanding that sometimes you're going to hear the word no. You can't have. Daddy ain't got no money. Mommy ain't got no money. Wait, next month I've got to put something aside to give you what you want. I look on some of our children and I see you have on night this, night that, this, that and the other. How is their schoolwork? There's a brother on Facebook that he said he went to court because a mother came and got him to represent her son. And he went to represent Brother Stefan. He went and represent, and they had to detain the young man for whatsoever he has done. But when he came out the court with the mother, she said, I need somebody to drive my son's car. He said, but your son is not working. But he's got top of the line Mercedes. He pays her rent. Some of us are encouraging our children into doing certain stuff that we should be doing. So I'm looking at that and I'm saying, no, what is it that she expects this boy to do? Because if you haven't stopped him before he starts, how did he get all the way to have this car driving? Where he got this driver's license from? Where he got this money to buy a £28,000 car? That a hard working man can't go in the shop and drop £28,000 on the table. Brothers and sisters, listen, we have to understand what is on us. If you want all these fine things in life, why are you waiting on your children to come and give it to you? There's nothing wrong if you have helped your children, aid your children the best that you can, and now they've got to a position that they've got some money and they say, you know what, Mom, I'm going to make sure that you don't want for anything. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you know that your child ain't working, they never finish school to get a formal education to do anything, how can you then encourage them to do this madness? And then when the authority who know what they're doing just need to give them enough rope, so when they pull them in, they give them 25 years, and then you're sitting down crying. When you help to put your child away. Brothers and sisters, this is a serious, serious day. The brother that got murdered, his father was there. And you know, we gave our condolences from the Nation of Islam and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan to tell our brother, our thoughts and our prayers are with you. But it's not going to stop there.
Yes.
That's right.
That meeting or body of people that is coming together, we have a lot more coming together to do.
Yes, sir.
There was once upon a time we used to know who was the enemy. The enemy was clear. We know certain people don't love us. It was clear. However, today, you've got your brothers talking, all right, bruv, everything good, bruv, but they will kill you in a heartbeat.
Yes, sir.
Who set them on that road? Are we a part of that road? Because you can't be blaming the children when the children come from us. What did we set in the universe that now we are going to have to chase
Yes, sir.
to get clear?
Yes, sir.
The Bible says the sins of the father is visited to the third and the fourth generation. Which generation are we?
Yes, sir.
Are we the first generation, the second generation in England? Watch our children. Watch children in the supermarket. Because I've got this thing, my blood pressure go up in my head every time I see an unruly child. I'm like Brother David. When I see children doing certain things out the way, because if you don't stop your child and let them know you're in a public place, you're jumping or pulling on these things in the supermarket, doing this, doing that, they're embarrassing you. And then you're now going to have to go beside yourself and you're going to hit that child so hard that everybody's going to look at you. Why? Because you've never done it in your home. You remember the days when we used to do certain things and your mom used to just... You know that look tell you. You do that one more time.
Boy.
And God have to come down and heal you from the what you're about to put on you. Listen, see, I've got that thing, as I said, with my children. When I go certain places and I see certain children playing, and they say, oh, Dad, we're not. I say, I'm just checking that you know the road code. Because you're not coming in nobody's house and then embarrassing me. And when you leave, people say, why? I bring them children near my house and they jump up. No, no, no. See, when I take my children to certain people, and they say, oh, your children are well behaved, I say, please, they're my children. By the grace of God. When I go to school and I'm sitting down with a teacher, don't tell me about my child well behaved after me send my child to school for misbehave. I say, oh, your daughters are well behaved. I say, no disrespect, but tell me something else. That's not what I'm here for. We come to school to find out how they're getting on with their schoolwork. They can't make me come to school and hear nothing about misbehavior. I want them to be able, like the brother said, to take up for themselves, but I've given them a cut-off point, because it's an adult. I don't want you to have no war with no adult. See, that's your teacher, and you must know, oh, she's taking me a particular, all right, miss, I'll bring my mom and my dad to speak to you.
That's right.
That's not your challenge, that is my challenge, because I need to know what's the relationship between my child and the teacher. Don't want my child to have no war because you're not in no power. She goes back to the staff room and next thing you know your name start beating around the whole staff room and you find yourself now come up against a brick wall.
That's right.
No, it's mine and the mother's business to go and speak to the teacher. Let them know that you come from a balanced home. And I'm saying, brothers and sisters, if you have to go to school for your children, walk with the counterbalance to yourself.
That's right.
Brief the brother and the sister that is coming with you
Yes.
and tell them, just be my support. Just be my support. 'Cause listen, when they see us coming out, oh, you're coming from a broken home.
That's right.
See, that's what they have in their mind.
That's right.
You got to make them know whether me and dad not together, I've got some support. I've got some support.
That's right.
And that's why we're trying to build a community. We're trying to build a nation. So when anything happens, you phone us and we try to get somebody to come and support you. Whether it's another sister, but the sister has got a level head on and she knows about the system that you're going into.
Yes, sir.
So you know how to deal with these people. When they start using words to you about, oh, your children are rude. And you say, oh, that's a strong word. Could you give me the definition of rude? And then you ask your child to leave out of the room. So now adults and adults speaking. And then when they use the definition, then you use that definition. You say, well, when you're here working and you make a mistake and the head have to correct you, those words are shrug your shoulder, push up. Do you do that? So yes, sometimes I say, would you say that you're rude? Oh no. I say, why? Because you're an adult. So when you want this child to differentiate between they're a child and they're an adult, say children only do things to a limit. If you push them to that limit and you know when you're getting to that limit and you push them over the limit because you know the reaction that you're going to get and that is the reaction that you want. I said no. See, if you're going to use that word rude, then I should use the same word to you because you were rude when you were corrected about something that you've done wrong. So if it doesn't work for you, how then you want this child who is coming up under you to understand what rudeness is about?
Yes, sir.
You have to know. And when you go to the school and do that with them, brothers and sisters, you watch their reaction with your children.
That's right.
Different thing. They will come and greet you at the door. Oh, no, yes. Don't give them any chance. However, they have set certain things before you, brothers and sisters. And with that, my brothers and sisters, with that, by the grace of God, I hope that there's something. But stop the killing. If you get a chance, you go on YouTube, put in "Stop the Killing," Louis Farrakhan. There's about 9 of them, starting from 1989. Go and study this man. He's not just talking about America, he's talking about right here. Because it's coming right here. Watch our children, everything, the fashion, come from America. So if the fashion come from America, the clothes coming from America, the word is coming from America right here.
Yes, sir.
So anyway we want to move the goalposts, it's for us. It's our time. However, our time, we're going to go through some rocky road.
Yes, sir.
Brothers and sisters, but prepare yourself. We've got a leader, we've got a teacher and a guide who is willing to take us through that rocky road. With that, I'll greet my family in the greeting words of peace. We say it in the ancient tongue of Arabic of Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Praise be to Allah. The next speaker that is going to come before is a beautiful sister, and our sister is working hard. Sister is striving hard to be the best that she can be. And brothers and sisters, don't think that any one of us that come to the front is perfect. We are all trying. We have our own demons that we have to go through.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, the road of understanding is a hard and a rocky road. However, we're trying our best not to give up. I'll bring before you my sister, beautiful young sister. I love her because she's trying to help me with my daughter so I can understand my daughter's a little bit more, because you know, I'm old school, certain things wasn't really passed on to me, so I'm trying to get as much as I can. My sister, your sister, Sister Anita Muhammad.
Yeah, okay. Can you still see the...
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Right, as I continue from my previous lectures, I continue to be inspired by those around me, whether it is Brother Dr. Wesley Muhammad, Brother Leo Muhammad, Brother Barry Muhammad, Brother Floyd, and my beautiful sisters, Sister Marva, Sister Barbara, so on and so forth. The reason as to why I still have this chakra chart up here with me is because I want you and I to understand the workings of this world, which isn't ours, and the effects it has on our system. Just like a ball of yarn, I'm hoping that I can demonstrate to all of us the unraveling of music and Islam as the ultimate sound and frequency which inevitably makes up the universe. For example, let me just change this. You can all see that?
Yes.
Okay. For example, Mother Tainetta Muhammad, may Allah forever be pleased with her, explains in her article titled The Meaning of Taha and the Frequency of Fourth Dimensional Time. I quote, she quotes, in applying the mathematical measurements of sound and light and thought, this combination of hearing and seeing and thinking materializes everything in the existence. The following is an example of how it works. We are taught that sound waves travel at 1,120 beats per second. 1,120 beats per second. Light travels at 186,000 miles per second. And thought travels at 24 billion miles per second. Here is the equation through numerical figures. 1,120 equals sound, plus 186,000 equals light. Sorry, yeah. And then both of that together will equal 19. So what she did, because I was trying my best to figure it out, I put it on Facebook. I was like, believers, can anybody help me figure out this equation? And you know when something is just rattling your brain, and for me, it's like I'm not going to put something up on a screen or speak about it if I don't fully understand the working and the mathematical equation. So, you know, I was putting it up there, and, you know, two brothers, they came to my aid, alhamdulillah, and they kind of explained to me. And what it was that Mother Tainetta erased the zeros because she was dealing with the significance of numbers, 1 to 9. So you've got, out of the 1,120, 1 plus 1 plus 2 equals 4. Out of 186,000, 1 plus 8 plus 6 equals 15. That added together gives you 19. Right. 24 billion miles per second equals thought. When these numbers are resolved, they equal 6. 19, so again, 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4 equals 6, so we've got that there. 19 times 6 equals 114. Now, before I read the next bit, who was that? What was it? 114 is what? Okay, can we say it again? 114 is what? Alhamdulillah. She continues, it is not a coincidence that this combination of sound, light and thought, when brought together, complete the number of the chapters revealed in the Holy Quran. This measurement of thought added to the equation of sound and light may be the missing link that Einstein was searching for in his unified force field or theory, hoping to discover one causative law in defining everything in the universe. Close quote. However, I hear you say, what does this have to do with chakras, music, etc.? On the contrary, it has everything to do with the following mentioned. Mother Tainetta spoke about sound, light, and thought. Jimi Hendrix explained it as follows, quote, you can hypnotize people with music, and when you get them at their weakest point, you can preach into their subconscious whatever you want to say. The reason I played those certain tracks for you those past few Sundays, do you remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is because I wanted to evoke a chakra energetic reaction to see which of your personal energy centers would be activated and whether or not you was aware of it. So follow me. I evoked a sound which traveled at 1,120 beats per second.
Yes, ma'am.
It hit your senses, traveled to the brain, stimulated your neurons, made you release hormones, gradually eliciting a reaction, whether good or bad, based on what you was fed. In simplicity, this is what the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad elicits, if administrated properly.
Yes, ma'am.
So as we go to the chart, we can have the lights, please. So I believe we can still. Right, thank you. As you can see through the chart, when we're dealing with the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, we focus here from the solar plexus, the power, the fire, up towards the higher. So it's not just the chakras that you see. There's so many chakras that ascend, but we're dealing with the basic 7. So the teachings is based upon here, because we already know that this is the base. This is where this is the foundation of the world. So we're dealing with the higher level of self. So continue. So as I read this chapter to you, I want you to study this picture. Okay? And follow with my words. Ezekiel chapter 37, verses 3 to 6 says, and I quote, "And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord God, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with thick skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord."
Yes, ma'am.
Close quote. In closing, the teachings we share with you today creates and enables brothers and sisters who are quick thinking, fast moving, right down to the modern times. When we become that which was mentioned, then we qualify ourselves to recite, memorize, internalize, and become the following, that which is asked of us in the supreme wisdom. So as I ask the question, everybody knows it, we can recite it. Who is the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the creator of the planet Earth, God of the universe. And with that, I thank you as I leave in the greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, so I will bring up the next main speaker, Brother Barry Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum.
I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, to whom all praises are due forever. I'm forever grateful to Allah for intervening in man's affairs in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, the long-awaited Mahdi of the Muslim world and the Messiah of the Christian world. I further bear witness that he went in search of a man to put himself into, and he emptied himself into that man named, and he took 40 months to put himself into that man. And that man is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who worked amongst us for 45 years, I do believe, to bring the word. And he worked tirelessly, and he raised many a consciousness. He's the first man to teach Islam in America, period. They want to say maybe Noble Drew Ali, but Noble Drew Ali didn't teach Islam the way that it is to be. And he certainly didn't teach it as the black man being risen from the dead.
That's right.
So this man, Elijah Muhammad, worked tirelessly and raised many a great mountain of a man and woman. But the champion and the top student of that class is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yes, sir.
And in those three men's name, I greet you in the greeting words of peace and paradise of Assalamu alaikum. How's everybody? How's everybody? Can we just shake each other's hands and give some love, please? Just shake the sister's hand and give some love. Even hug the sister. Because my father went out and worked hard to make this happen. Our father went out hard to even do that.
Yes, sir.
Our young brothers ain't doing that anymore. Our young sisters are not doing that anymore. Because no one was there to show them. You know, my subject matter is it's nation time again, but rise, you mighty nation.
Yes, sir.
Accomplish what you will. We haven't been rising for a while, right?
Yes, sir.
We've had a wicked person raising us, and in so doing, they've made our children into little murderers, which they are not. It's not their nature. They're acting against whom and what they are.
Yes, sir.
Now, when I was growing up, we had youth clubs. Yes?
Yes, sir.
So in the youth clubs, your elders can interact with the youngers,
Yes, sir.
and they'll pull us out. They'll pull us out. Like they'll see the leadership or their future leadership coming up, because they can see us. But today there's no youth clubs.
That's right.
The youth club is the streets, right?
That's right.
Their examples are mainly criminals. We call them street organizations, but they're criminals. Because they didn't have much for them to do, right? So they no longer have an example of how to behave. So I had an example of men and women in front of me that built community, because it's called a community center.
Yes,
right.
So in the community center, we went in there. We had a beautiful cook. What was her name again, Sister Max?
Sylvie.
Sister Sylvia. She used to cook lunch all day. And beautiful West Indian meals coming up all day. So the child ain't brought up on fish and chips
That's
and
right.
rubbish food. Kentucky. Tucky, sorry. Mac Devils. We was brought up on some good food.
Yes, sir.
So when we went into the youth club, they had us all. They could have us all day. So lunchtime, I've gone in there. So we was unemployed, a lot of us. They still had us under that kind of. But we had our black culture, and we had, in the youth centre, they always teaching us how to use computers for the first time and stuff like that. So it was getting good examples. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Our youth are not getting that anymore.
That's right.
They're not getting it.
That's right.
It's a fact, right?
Yes, sir.
Mothers,
Yes, sir.
the you fathers, are some of you are missing, so you don't even know what they're getting.
Come on, bro.
Don't laugh, it's true. So, in building a community, we need to get that back in.
That's right. Yes, sir.
So our focus have to be, we can't be sitting at home watching soap operas. We've got to be in the council meetings, sitting down, making change. Making sure they allocate the money that we pay,
That's right.
that it goes into youth clubs.
Right.
We can do that.
Yes, sir.
But because we're sitting at home not doing nothing,
Yes, sir.
nothing. The new immigrants that come to this country, they go straight down to our council meetings.
Teach, brother, teach.
And they get money that we put into the council,
And get
allocated
centres.
to them.
And get centres.
They get their centres. We ain't got no centres. Our black centres, we've got one. I'm from North London, Caribbean Centre on Turnpike Lane. But before we had Caribbean, Trojan,
That's
Stanley
right,
Road,
brother.
Broadwater Farm, you could count them, boom, 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 boom.
That's
That's right. You did.
And we had elders in them places that showed us
Yes, sir.
certain ways how to work within the community to raise the community.
That's right.
And as I said, they'll pluck out leadership. They'll go, come here, you, come. Go to a meeting here. Go and grow yourself. Go and understand what's doing there. And then we'll go out. We'll go on youth. I was a youth worker. I've been working in my community a long time.
Yes, sir.
I sat down and thought about it. I was 56 yesterday, by the way. It was my birthday. Please thank you. Praise be to Allah. But in all them years, I've always had this thing about us. It's always been to my heart. And as I grew, I went in the youth club. I grew up in the youth club. And then, as I said, they plucked me and said, look, you kind of like got leadership qualities. I don't know that, but that's what they saw. Because to tell you the truth, in that youth club, we went in there and we were smoking, that stuff. That stuff we smoke. We used to smoke that stuff in the club. And what happened was, the you know, the elders said you can't smoke it, but we was young and we're brash and we, you know, we.
Boisterous.
That's the word. I was going to use another word beginning with B, but I won't say. You thought of it. You see, I'm interactive. I get you all in trouble, so don't watch me too strong. So they said, look, can't smoke that in here. And we'd be like, who are you? And we just carried on smoking. So the man who ran the youth club, his name was Mr. Moore. He said, come here, you Barry. Dylan. My name was Dylan. It was a street name, but yeah, come here, Barry. What I like you, I see the leadership in you. So he sweetened me up. I see the leadership in you. So, you know, I didn't know you sweetened me up, but I'm like, oh, really? I could be a leader? And he said, look, we don't mind you smoking weed, but for us to get funding, if the council walk in here and they smell all that weed, we ain't gonna get no more funding, right? Okay, cool, that makes sense. So what I would like you to do is to ask the young men to go down into the back room, and we've got a back room down there where you can smoke your weed. Is that a good compromise? No? Yeah, sounded good. Because then they're going to keep on getting their funding. But that's what I did. So brothers, no smoke. Let's go down the back and smoke down there. And it worked. But that was my first to getting into youth leadership. Then they gave me, what are they called again? Hours? What was the hours called again, Max? Sessions. That's it. It's called sessions. So they started to give me sessions. So I'm getting some start earning like £10 an hour back then for a session. And then sessions were only like 2-3 hours. You know what I mean? So you get a little bit of money and you're happy. So okay, this is quite good. Then they send us on courses. We actually fell in love with that woman over there on the course. Yeah, when we was on that course, that's when I fell in love with Sister Maxine. I can have another round of applause for that course. Not that I want applause, but
Was it poetry course?
not quite. But that's when, because I saw this woman and she's just so enamored and she's so for her people.
Yes, sir.
So I was like, yeah, this is a nice woman. Maybe this is one I can take home to mummy. All right, so, and she's still around now after 35 years.
Go ahead.
Just hanging in there with me. And all my bad behavior. But in building this nation, sister, why I'm mentioning Sister Maxine in that relationship is in building a nation, you women are so key.
Yes, sir.
And you've got to be patient with us men.
Yes, sir.
Because we don't know no better. A lot of the times we just haven't been brought up correctly. No fault of our parents either.
Yes, sir.
But you got to be patient with the black man.
Yes, sir. Certainly.
You got to be. Because if you wait, we've all lost.
That's right. Yes, sir.
So be patient with us, because we're growing. But we're going to grow into the man that we're going to, what we have to be.
Yes, sir.
But you got to be with us.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Because you take us in our immaturity state, you're going to see the wrong person. But if you say and be patient with us and show us the way forward, but gently, because you know you're the recorders.
Yes, sir.
So you record everything the black man says,
Yes, sir.
and has said, and has done, right back to when we first met, all the way back to today. You got the goods on us, and you got the bads on us, and you got the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yes? So sometimes when you give it back to us, be gentle.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sisters,
Yes, sir.
we're going to build a nation again.
That's right. That's right.
And the equation that the Caucasian doesn't like is the black family unit.
Yes, sir.
Hates it.
That's right.
I'll say that again,
Yes, sir.
because like some of you didn't hear me. The equation that the Caucasian, see, it's rhyming as well, doesn't like is the black family unit.
Yes, sir.
It is the biggest threat to them, bar none. Bar none. All praises due to Allah. Why? I'm going to be interactive here now. Why, Sister Barbara, are we the biggest threat to the white man's civilization?
Because we are the original black people and they come through us, and it has been predicted that we will be how we was in the beginning. And that means that their future is dependent on us.
Their future or their non-future?
Future, whether it's in existence or out of existence,
Alhamdulillah.
regardless, it depends on us.
I'll take that one and I'll agree with it. But I'm going to add to it.
Yes, sir.
The unit of the black man and the black woman raising the black child will then bring down their civilization. Look, we're on the right side. So when we rising, as our children raise, the Caucasian and his mentality and his people go down.
Yes, sir.
The white man saying, let's make America great again, is about them losing their power.
Yes, sir.
It's about them losing their masculinity.
Yes, sir.
They can no longer function as they want to. They can no longer call you out in public a N-I-G-G, or is it one G? N-I-G-G-E-R. They can't call you that in public no more. So they're upset. And if you call them one, as Brother David said earlier on, they're trying to turn the table on you. He called me a racist. You can't call someone, you can't call the police and say, he accused me of being a racist. I can call the police and say, that person is being racist.
Yes,
But you can't call them and say,
Racist.
he's called me a racist. Well, what was there a crime against calling you a racist? But there is a crime against being racist, yes?
Right.
So they get it twisted. They don't like to hear when they're in trouble.
Yes,
They
sir.
don't like to see a black man or black woman standing up for themselves.
Yes, sir.
They call our black women the angry black woman.
That's right, brother.
Angry, angry.
Rage.
Because when she's not being heard, she will speak a little bit louder. And these Caucasians try to make you think, oh, we're so light and you must talk like this to me, or you must talk like this to your children. No, man.
Use your hands.
And don't use your hands and all of this to try and train us into something we're not. We're an expressive people.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
So in raising our nation, we got to be expressive with our children. So we need to bust their ass with a little slap. We bust their ass with a little slap.
Yes, sir.
Don't tell me about I can't hit my child. Because I need to correct my son.
That's right.
I need to correct my daughter. I don't hit girls though, by the way. I leave that to their mothers if they want to, but really don't. Girls are so intelligent, you don't need to hit them. You know that, brothers?
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you, you just give the girl a look, she'll be like, okay, daddy. Hi, here's your slippers. A boy, you give him the look, you're like, yeah, all right. And he'll sit down, and in the next 2 minutes, what you tell him not to do, you're going to do it. One more time, third time, I'm going to bust your little cleat. He'd be like, yeah, all right, let's see then. And he'll say, let's see. And he would do it again. And you're like, what is it? Why? What's the two different personalities? But we got to be skillful. Even when we do bust them a little bit, we got to be skillful with it. Let them understand exactly why it's happening. You don't just like how we was back in the day, you just bust us up and then that was it. Why did I really get here? I don't know. Am I supposed to learn? I mean, the best thing I got from my mum was that I could endure pain. So when they come to hit me at school, it was like, is that it? That's the best thing I learned from mum, but I didn't really know why. Some of the times, one of us would do, mum had several children and someone done something wrong, but they said it wasn't them. Before they owned up for it. Before they owned up.
Everybody gets it.
And then my mum said, well, one of you did it. One of you free, so
Everyone has it touch.
not me, not me, not me. And it wasn't me really, because I'm really honest. I'd be like, it was me. But one of them didn't want to own up, so I get bust up too.
That's right. She's teaching you something.
And she did teach me.
Hold up.
Speak the truth regardless of
That's what she told me.
That's what she teaches.
And that's how I grow. I just talk the truth. I don't care. It doesn't matter if it offends you.
That's right.
Blame my mom. If the truth offends you, blame my mother.
Yes, sir.
But there again, now, because she brought that into me, but it doesn't matter. Blame Allah. If you want to put blame, because Allah is making it sure that we got to tell the truth.
Yes, sir.
And we got to speak the truth.
Yes, sir.
So in growing our nation, we got to be honest with each other.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
You can't be mollycoddling around the place and frightened to talk to a brother because you think they're on. See me, because I'm up here speaking, I'm only speaking because I volunteered to do so. But it doesn't make me better than anybody else in this room.
Yes, sir.
Certainly doesn't make me a leader, but it makes me being able to talk the truth.
Yes, sir.
But that doesn't make me higher than you. Anybody in this room, whether you're on the teachers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, whether you're a Christian, it doesn't matter. You have a right to talk to your brother, so long as you do it what?
Respectfully.
And in the best of
Manners.
But if you come to me like you, no, we got to
Take it down.
It's not a war. And so it is with your home. When you're with your home and you're with your man and you know you want to beat him up,
Silence. Silence.
think about it deeply. Work your brain on how to do it. There's a time to do it and a way to do it, as I just heard at the back there. And once you've got that worked out, the man's yours. But if you beat him up just for the sake of beating him up,
Because you can.
and you're arguing just for the sake of arguing,
You won't get the
you're going to
best.
lose that brother.
You won't get the best out of it.
Because we ain't that strong to sit down there and listen to that all the time.
Not all the
No,
time.
this is the truth.
Not all the time.
We can't do that. So sisters, in building this nation, when your man comes home, now bearing in mind when he was out of doors, he's in hell. Now try and understand this.
That's right.
When we out of our house, we're in hell. We step out into hell.
That's right.
Mentality, we're in heaven, but when we go out there, the world's against us. As my brother said earlier on, you shouldn't even get in no conflict. And then 4 police, armed police coming at you for what?
Nothing.
And if it's one of our youths, they probably would have died because they would have been really, really rude. This is a more intelligent person. But what I'm saying is, we're coming from hell. Because we are the biggest threat to their...
Yes, sir.
Civilization.
So when we get home, and brother, when you get home, I think I've mentioned this before, you kick the children out the way, don't go for it, and go straight for your wife, your partner, and give her the love first, because that's where the children came from, yes? So when you got the mentality, praise be to Allah, when you have that mentality, brothers, that's how but we got to be retrained. I was trained to do that. I didn't know to do that. Someone trained me. I went to the FY class. That's where I learned it. So I'm not saying nothing that I brought. This is what the nation brought to me. When you go in your home, you don't deal with the children. You go for your wife. She may be in the kitchen cooking your meal if it pleases Allah, and you go look for her and you give her a kiss
That's right.
and say, "Hi, baby, how you doing?" You know. And if I forgot to put the dustbin out, as I said, if I've got some trouble and you're going to trouble me with that trouble, do it nicely. No, you didn't take out the bin, you lazy. Just say, did you forget to do the bin today? Doesn't that sound a bit better?
Yes, sir.
Because your brother might have just forgotten. Because you're so happy and in love and he's at home, he forgot to take the bin out. But if you turn him away, he's going to react away, right? So it's how you come. It's our whole approach to each other.
He might be there another
As
day.
a brother, if I haven't seen a brother for a long time, I ain't even going to beat him up. I'm going to be nice to him. How you doing, brother? Long time no see. You good? You need some reorientation? He knows he's been away a long time. But I'm going to bust 2 jokes with him. I'm not going to ask him where you been. Why have you been here?
Yes, sir.
Because he's made the effort to get here.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to give him nothing but love.
Yes, sir.
Because the prodigal son, we're always the prodigal son returning.
That's right.
We're always the prodigal daughter returning. Never give your brother and sister a hard time. Ever. Because you will never build a nation like that.
Yes, sir.
Well, you got people up in here feeling for because you ain't seen them here. You don't know what there's going on in their life. You don't. And as I said, if I leave this room here, it's hell outside.
Yes, sir.
Because a white man's heaven, and I'm saying on tape, is a black man's hell.
Yes, sir.
So from when we move in this society, we're moving in hell, male and female. But they give you women a little bit more of a leeway.
They do. Yes,
They're on our necks all day, every day.
sir.
All day, every day.
Yes, sir.
But you sisters, they'll let you in their workplace.
Yes, sir.
Because they don't feel threatened by you.
That's right. They got-
But from when we are there, they are absolutely threatened.
Yes, sir.
Their manhood is threatened. They see the black man walk. We walk upright. We walk erect. We walk strong. We walk powerful.
Yes, sir.
You know, see how our youth look? When they're walking, they're looking like this. Some they're looking like this.
Focus.
I sometimes look at them like, why? If I was a Caucasian, I might be a little bit scared.
That's right. That's right. It's true.
But I'm a God. I got no fear. I don't fear my youth. Because I know who they are. And they're expressing, man, I don't want no one to talk to me because I'm bad. And you know you ain't bad.
Yes, sir.
You don't know what bad is yet. But you're going to see it soon. Because the civility of that Caucasian is coming off.
Yes, sir, definitely.
They're taking off that civility. The BRICS Act was the prelim to the Let's Make America Great Again.
That's right.
That's why Farage took his little Farage self over to America
Teach, brother, teach.
to go sit down with that boy there, Trump. But you think they're not talking?
That's right.
But who's the threat? Mexicans? Everybody's the threat to the Caucasian white male. Why? Do you know why? Brothers and sisters, brothers and sisters may know. Our guests, you know why we're the threat to them? Their annihilation is at hand. Their annihilation through the genetic process
Seed.
of reproduction is at threat. So that's why they want to build a wall and make the Mexicans pay for it. The Mexicans say, you pay for it. You want the wall, but they want to keep the white race pure. So that's what you're hearing when you let's make America great again. It's about I don't want to mix with nobody no more. I want to have my white world all to myself and lock us all out like the wall. So they're working on the same premise as they're doing in Palestine. So they want to lock them out and then just start taking more land.
Yes, sir. That's right. Moving it. Yeah.
Start moving the wall. Then they take more and they take more and they take more. But they're doing all of that to stop the rise.
Yes, sir.
The absolute rise of the black man in particular.
Yes, sir.
I saw a sister saying this morning, she said, well, the rest of you are now feeling what we've been feeling for the last 400 years. The Muslims are feeling it now. The Arabs, Muslims are feeling it now. Alright? That's what and the Chinese man are feeling it. The Mexican is feeling it. So she said, welcome to my world. This is what we've been feeling. We're like this, whatever. We lived through so-called slavery. We lived it.
Yeah, I live it. Yeah.
They hanged us whenever they wanted to hang us. They took our women whenever they wanted to take our women. They raped us men whenever they wanted to rape us men. So you can't do no more to the black man.
Yes, sir.
You can't do no more to the black woman. You can do to the others. But they're now starting to feel it. And see pressure. Them start feel pressure. But we've been under pressure. That's why we're diamonds, man.
That's right. Yes, sir.
That's why we diamonds. That's why we so clear and bright.
Yes, sir.
But you got to get some knowledge in your head. You can't walk around half-cocked. Half-cocked up with knowledge. Come and get the full lot.
Yes, sir.
Come and get the full lot. Let me give you something. Wait, let me give you a little something. Let me give you just a little something.
Little taster.
Just a little appetizer. Tizer the surpriser. We have this book here. When you get in the Nation of Islam, this book here. See this book?
Yes, sir.
This is one of the most powerful books ever in this whole world.
That's right.
It's one of the most underused books as well. Underused. You dust. When the last time you dust off your over?
Today.
Today?
Yesterday.
Okay, yesterday. You know lions are crime in the law, right? You know why it's underused, brothers and sisters? Why we underuse it? Because I underuse it. So I know you underuse it. You can tell me whatever you want, but I'm saying, I know you're underusing it. Because I personally underuse it. I'm not measuring the nation by me, but I'm letting you know.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Because I don't understand it. I don't understand it fully. But I'm going to give you something I do understand.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
It's a long one, so bear with me.
Go ahead, sir.
Why did we, black people, run Yaqub? You're going to have to come and learn who Yaqub is. And his maid devil from the root of civilization over the hot deserts into the caves and hillsides of Europe. How long ago? What did the devil bring with him? What kind of life did he live? And how long before Musa came to teach the devil the forgotten technology? Allah. See, praise be to Allah. This was brought by the man that we call Mahdi. Master Fraud Muhammad has got the goods on the Caucasian. The Caucasian can't tell me who he is. He came and met me here. He certainly can't define me.
That's right.
I'm the black man. And the black woman. The original. But he's telling me who I am. You've never done anything. Boom. You're never going to do anything. Boom. You're just rubbish. Boom. You've never added to our history. Your whole world is built up on my back. You damn liar. Anyway, let's leave him alone for a minute.
Yes, sir.
Y'all alright?
Yes, sir.
I ain't fighting some of you, man. Too black, too strong. I love Khalid, but that man. So why did so I'm going to do the first part for you. Why did we run Yaqub and his maid devil? Answer. Because they had started making trouble among the righteous people, which is us.
Right.
Telling lies. Do you think they lie?
Yes.
Are they still lying?
Yes.
They accuse the righteous people, causing them to fight one another. Is that kind of familiar?
Yes.
Are we still doing that now?
Yes.
Even though we run the damn out and
Still, brother.
run them up into the Europe. You know where Europe is, right? You ever heard of a place called the Caucasus Mountains? Brothers and sisters. That's why they're called Caucasians. There's a reason why they're called that. We ran them into the Caucasus Mountains, which the mountains are 666 miles long. 666.
That's right.
Mark of the
I'm
beast.
telling you, man.
Mark of the
This
beast.
is real. This teaching is so alive.
100%.
Man, please.
KB.
He said, they accuse the righteous people, causing them to fight and kill one another. Is it still happening today, as I said?
Yes, sir.
Are our young boys killing each other?
Yes.
Are they killing each other at such an alarming rate in America? Muslims are the terrorists, but watch this. We're the terrorists. Muslims. I'm going to get to the rest of that. Don't worry, I ain't going to leave it there. But I'm just going to bring in life and reality where we're at now. In America, the Muslims that killed American citizens are something like 5.
That's right.
Say
it again. Just wait for some big number.
5.
5.
We're the biggest threat in America. Don't let none of them in from these 7 countries, right? Falling out of bed, kill something like 10,000. You laugh, but it's real. They fell out of bed, hit their head, and died. Something like 10,000. No, not 10,000. I think 2,000 something. And there's a couple of other figures in there. But you know what the biggest figure is out there? It is their street killings is like 11,000 people. You all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Americans killing Americans is 11,000. The Muslims,
5.
the Americans killing each other, 11,000. 100,000. They need to put a wall around themselves and don't leave that country at all.
That's right.
They need the wall around them. They kill at a rate that is just absolutely mad. Let's carry on with our lovely person that we ran out into the mountains of. Yahu, the man who made the Caucasian, his name is Jacob in English, was the original black man and was the father of the devil. He taught the devils to do this devilishment. The root of civilization is in Arabia, at the holy city Mecca, which means where wisdom and knowledge of the original man and woman started, when the planet was found. You all good?
Yes, sir.
You all good? Listening hard. We ran the devils over the Arabian desert. We took from them everything except the language and made him walk every step of the way. It was 2,200 miles. He went savage and lived in the caves of Europe. EU means hillsides, and rope is the rope to bind them in. I may read it to you, know. Get the glasses out. Hold on, man. Show me 56 years of age. No. All right. Hillsides and rope. The rope to bind them. R-O-P-E. I'm trying to be submissive, sisters. So R-O-P-E is the rope to bind them. You're right. I mean, you know you're right. See what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? See, we can humble ourselves to the sisters.
Yes, sir.
Just so long as they bring it nicely, like they're smiling at me when they did it. All of them were smiling because all of them was ready to beat me too. Brothers, you need to come to my aid, right? All right. No, sir, brother's already running out. Can't be shit. All right. Musa, that's Moses. Moses is a liberator. Moses is not this slave liberator. He came to the Caucasian to raise them up from the dead of that they were in.
That's right.
Right?
She's not taught in the Bible.
And I'm going to bring this in a little bit later, but Moses is the archetype, is the word?
Yeah.
The archetype of the one that's going to come in the last days.
Yes, sir.
So, back to him. Moses came 2,000 sisters, when you're ready.
Yes.
Moses came 2,000 years later and taught him how to live a respectful life, how to build a home for himself and some of the technology that Yaqub taught him, which was devilish men, telling lies, stealing, and how to master the original man.
That's us.
Yes, sir.
Musa was a half original man, a prophet, which was predicted by the 23 scientists in the year 1, 15,019 years ago, today, which is a little bit more now because this was written in 1934. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Powerful.
That's right.
Powerful.
Don't miss.
This teachings, I'm telling you, brothers and sisters,
Top of the
it's
world.
so
Universe.
beautiful. But at the same time, it's so powerful. What we're dealing with Musa, I came studied today. You all see that? Watch this. What we're dealing with Musa. They say that what you call this, the so-called Jew, the so-called Jew,
Come on.
he ain't a Jew.
That's right.
Yeah, Europe. The Jews are falashas. They're from Ethiopia and around that area. They're black people.
Teach, brother, teach.
Jewish is black.
That's right.
They whiteified it because they were taught what? Technology. They were taught what? Lies. Now, the lies and technology that they was taught made them an enemy to their own people.
Yes, sir.
As well.
Because the first ones that were taught by Musa, they decided to keep it to themselves.
That's right. Come on.
And they peace-feeded the other one. So the white Anglo-Saxon is the wasp. He don't know what them Jew boys know.
No, that's right.
So-called Jews. He sort of like Didn't give. That's why he went all over Europe and ruled.
Yeah.
See, that's why he cannot be the chosen people. Let me say that again so we will get it. And when this goes out on YouTube, don't you take this off now. I want the Jew boy to come if he needs to come. Come and learn something. Come and learn the truth is coming to our people.
Yes, sir.
The Jewish man, bear with me a second. The Jewish man says he's the one, but I said he rules the world. He totally rules it now, but when he was in Europe, he was ruling it. And Hitler wasn't happy with him.
That's right.
And he was like tired of him ruling them, so he tried to kick them all out. But as I said, and I know by the grace of Allah, that's all a part of the plan. It wasn't as it was.
Yeah.
It was to put them in more power.
That's right.
People think that the Jews are in trouble and you know this what happened in Germany, 6 million of them dying.
Not
Contributed.
so, they contributed.
They contributed.
They funded
Yes.
both sides.
Hitler.
They funded Hitler and they funded America and they funded England. They fund all sides of war.
Yes, sir.
North and
Fact.
South. North and South America.
That's the sign.
Everywhere, the Ashkenazi Jew.
Yeah.
They fund both sides and they win anyway.
That's
Either
right.
way they win. It's a win-win.
There's a book called the Protocols of the Elders of Zion. It goes into how they plan to rule the world and everything that they've said in that book has come to pass. The Protocols of the Elders. I read that book maybe 20 odd years ago. I need to dust it off and read it again because they're going to be coming. And we're going to be ready. So we say, I want to get a comparison. Right, so lawbringer. Moses was a lawbringer. Obviously, no, this is about Moses.
Right.
So a lawbringer. Jesus, yes, he brought law. Muhammad, yes, he brought law. Elijah Muhammad, yes, he brought law. Reformer, yes for Jesus, yes for Muhammad, yes for Elijah.
Yeah.
Signs and wonders, yes for Jesus, yes for Muhammad, yes for Elijah.
Right.
Land of bondage, yes for Moses, no for Jesus, no for Muhammad, yes for Elijah. Face powerful government and king, yes for Moses obviously,
Yes.
no to Jesus, no to Muhammad, yes to Elijah. Spoke to God face to face, yes for Moses, no for Jesus, no for Muhammad, yes for Elijah.
Wow. Wow.
Elijah before the great and dreadful
Day
day,
of the Lord.
only dressed for Elijah.
Wow. Oh yes.
No, sorry, next one was first messenger. So,
No for none.
yeah, because he's the first messenger to us.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
He's not a prophet.
That's right.
Nope.
Elijah Muhammad is not a prophet.
Say it again.
Elijah Muhammad is a messenger from the face of God. And then before the great and dreadful day. So, try and remind me, people, if you want this. I'll try and get it photocopied for you because it really is brilliant. And it's not that I did it. I got this from my brother. What's my brother's name? Brother Robert from America. Minister Robert. Brilliant. And the way he broke it, it's really is tremendous the way he did it. But I only was just using that page to try and show you what it's about, what time it is, who you are, and who we are as a people. Yes?
Yes, sir.
You all alright?
Yes, sir.
I still got time, Brother David. I see you looking at your watch. Am I boring you? Okay, you alright?
Excellent.
Excellent. I like to hear that. Right, where am I going now? Yes, so, with all that said, brothers and sisters, Elijah Muhammad has come as the one to raise us up. You all look quiet. I like that.
Attentively listening.
Attentively listening. Got your attention. Now, I'm gonna, as I said earlier on, this is about rising. I was gonna sing it. I was just gonna say I'm gonna attempt to sing this, but I'm not gonna sing. I
Let's just don't go there.
Listen,
With a hater in the house.
dear God, got so many haters around.
There you go.
Trying to kill my swerve,
Swag, bro.
my shower singing ability.
Ask Maxine first.
Sister Maxine, can I sing? See, she knows I can sing, but no, you see when you're wickedness. It was Brother Clint. It was Clint. I remember that, Brother Clint. It was you. Stopped me from singing today. You took away all my confidence. Man, a voice like me is a Barry White. We can't do that. We can't do that falsetto, man. I mean, that man, the Lord. I don't know how they get there, but when I start to go there, it's like some frogger croak somewhere in the forest. But listen, the rising sign. There's a man. Anybody heard of Bunny Wailer?
Yes, sir.
So I'm raised here in England, and us who were raised in England, our first touch with real consciousness was reggae music at its best. No matter where you came from in the islands, you know.
Reggae music, bro.
The Calypsonians used to play Calypso, and all they used to talk about is wine, 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 and drink wine, and then wine up on women. But I was brought up under the same thing. You know, wine, 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 and we're whining, and we're whining, and we're partying. Yeah.
Bring us a dollar.
But moving on. But with the reggae scene, the brothers were touched by God. I mean, they truly believed Selassie was the man.
That's right.
But I just showed you who the man was with proof and is. But the Rasta man thought Selassie was. They went into their Bible hard, and their singing was from.
Yes, sir.
It moved our soul. Went to a club, you know. You might find a nice tune and you maybe give it to touch a sister and pull her for a dance. But the main music was to listen
To the vibe.
to what they're saying.
Yeah.
Because they was telling us who we were. Initially, they were the ones that as I said, I always say this. I was raised by Rasta. It's consciousness.
Yes, sir.
I really was. I cannot deny it. That is my first point of going, what did they say? Really? We were great? When? Because they're not teaching me that at school. I had no idea we were great people. I had no idea. Boom. But then I started to learn about it. And then you know in
Music.
you know when these preachers go to the seminaries to go and learn. What these cemeteries though, isn't it? I mean, they teach our people how to stay in the graves. But when they go into the seminary, help me out, seminaries. They go in there to teach the teachings that to keep us enslaved. They don't go in there to go into the Bible and
Free us.
get in there and free our minds, because the Bible can free you as well. Once you have a wise teacher. But when you got these snakes coming to you and teaching you and preaching and making all these millions off of you. See, we're called the poor righteous teachers in here.
Go ahead.
I'm suffering the same way you suffering. We're the poor righteous teachers in this room. You ain't gonna see me with a Rolls Royce outside there and you walking with your Brockful talk this. We came in this together. You understand? So we in this together, brothers and sisters. Where was I before that? Because I didn't want to go there. The Rasta man. So, Bunny Wailer, that's the one. So, Bunny wrote this song called Rise and Shine. I can sing it now then, brother. Bongo Natty Dreadlocks. No, I can't sing it this one. But I will read it. Right. So, ready?
Yes, sir. Go on.
We've been down in the valley much too long. We've been down in poverty oh so long. We've been down in captivity much too long. We've been down in humility for so long. Whoa. So rise and shine and win your liberation. Now's the time when all nations shall be. Oh, good Lord.
Go ahead, son.
I couldn't get it right. But when all nations shall be free. So we've been down in the valley. I got dancing, I did. For so long. We've been down in humility far too long. We've been down in condemnation much too long. So rise and shine like the morning sun around you, we say. Rise and shine so your younger generation can see you. And that's what we gotta do. That's my song. Can I get some water now? Praise be to Allah. Listen, brothers and sisters. Yeah, thank you, brother. Oh, praise be to Allah. So, the Rasta man moved us, and he was singing songs on them levels. So I'm like, rise and shine. We're gonna rise, and it was a revolution. I was going to the 12 tribes of Israel meetings and everything.
Yeah.
You know, we were rising.
Trojan.
We were rising all over, bro. They had the 12 tribe meetings down in Wolfenstow.
Yes, sir.
Wolfenstow, what's it called? Town Hall. One of the most beautiful town halls in England, much as London. Beautiful. And we had them meetings, but it always seems to break down.
Yes, sir.
Because everybody wants to be in charge.
That's right.
Someone wants to be in charge.
That's right.
So we've got the 12 tribes, but we still got to have some kind of leadership, and it didn't happen. Yeah, the 13th tribe turned up, didn't it? So we sort of like lose out because we have these great movements, but then that it's not nature. I mean, it's
What's been taught? What's been taught?
the defect in us. We have a defect in us in that sense that, and it's been around a while. It's been around before the Caucasian. The white man, I'm not blaming you for that one. Hear what I'm saying? That's been around a long time. And that's the gene that has to be got rid of. However, we in our rise and shine, if we don't give our children something to look at, what's going to happen? If we don't get up and do something about it, it's over. I don't care all them other organizations out there. The only organization that's got anything for our people is the nation. Everybody else is beer chat. Beer chat. Seriously, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you why. I'm not joking. Because we've been there before.
Discipline, bro.
We've been there before. Hear what we had. We had schools.
Yeah, that's right.
We had businesses.
That's right.
We had black love.
That's right.
We had
Economics.
that's in America. I'm talking here.
Everywhere.
We're everywhere. I agree with that. But let me talk about here.
Yes, sir.
We had our schools. We pulled our children out. My daughter was passing a GCSE at the age of 5. 5. Because that's how bright our children are. When we put them in them cemeteries that they got called schools,
Killing fields.
Go ahead, sir.
we are wickedness.
That's right.
We're the wicked ones for putting them there.
Yes, sir.
Because we're not taking charge. We need to create our own schools so when our boys come up, and with their little boisterous behavior, it's not interpreted that they're angry black males. They're little boys, for Christ's sake. Let a child, a child really can't commit a crime until they're 10, 12 years old. But they criminalize our children at the age of 5.
Based on
5.
this, bro.
Of course it's based on colour. Parents, don't let them inject your child. Don't let them inject your parents. Because you got charge over your parents and they lose a little bit of their faculty, but we allow them to, give them a flu shot. My mum didn't have the flu shot. When you giving her a flu shot now? We never catch no flu. But why? Precisely, they give them sickness. They feed the rubbish into us. We've got to rise. Our youth have no black man out there that they can say,
That's right.
is there only him? There's only one black man out there we can say in this whole world
That's right.
that they can't bring down. Every last one of them. Michael Jackson, great black man, bring him down. Michael Jordan, great black man. Well, they haven't brought him down via the media, but he went with Lassie, so he went down. Lassie or Sue? Karen. Anyway, one of them. He went with them. But we're talking about Prince. No, Prince wasn't that strong anyway. Prince said a couple of things. Oh yeah, and Dick Gregory. Now let me leave out Dick Gregory. So Prince said a couple of things. You got Muhammad Ali. You see, they brought that man down.
That's right.
Muhammad Ali is one of the greatest advocates of black power ever. More than Malcolm X ever. Muhammad Ali was on it. That's why they
Poison him. They did. Poison him.
You see, you got to understand.
Garvey.
We're watching boxers now. They ain't getting Parkinson's.
Right. You see?
They're not getting Parkinson's. You can watch boxing
that's
all
right.
day, all night.
Yeah.
They're not getting Parkinson's, you know. But the greatest boxer ever lived has got Parkinson's. They poisoned that man.
There you go.
Bob Marley, let's bring him down. They murdered, they killed Bob.
Garvey.
They killed Prince. They killed Michael.
Paul Morgan.
They killed Khalid.
Marcus Garvey.
Oh yeah, the Final Cut editor. But he's not well known, but you know, they killed, but what happens is with the black male, they build him up in the media, purposely.
Look at him, yeah, and then bring him.
So when we look, and then they go to work
That's right.
to bring him down. Do you think that them Caucasians haven't got things going on in their world? And they're the sickest set of people on this planet.
That's right. Freaks. There you go.
They're the freaks of the week.
Of the
They're
world.
the freaks of the millennium. They're the freaks, period.
That's right. They are.
They marry dogs.
Come on. That's right.
They marry dogs in Australia.
Imagine.
It's legal.
Think about it.
Parts of Europe, it's legal to marry a dog.
Think about it. That's it.
I had a picture on my internet this week of Caucasians lying on top of his dog, about to make love with her. I said, oh, there's the caveman and his bitch. It was a dog, so it was a bitch. And he's lying down with on. I couldn't share it because it's below my it's below my esteem. But I saw it and I had to put a comment on it.
Freaks.
Because the brother he posted it in another forum on the Facebook.
Freaks. Bro.
But we don't want to integrate with this society.
That's right.
Right.
I think Brother Leo said it on Friday. I wasn't there, but I know he said, you know, we're trying to get in them.
That's right.
They've got nothing to show you and I. Even though we can show you where you at. Because we got who we are as people. We know our greatness. And as I said, in England, we built this thing.
That's right.
But then the enemy always comes in amongst us. You see in this home here? Let me move this thing back because me I come for the I soon done. You see in this room here and this chapter of the nation, the devil can't come in no more.
That's right, brother.
The devil, you hear what I said? You ain't listening.
We hear you.
In this room here,
Teach.
they might be able to come through the door, but they can't stay.
That's right.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Because you've got guardians at this door. No longer are we gonna be afraid
That's
to talk and come out and say something against you if you're doing me some badness. You are not allowed to allow anybody to do you wrong in here.
That's right.
Come on.
Freedom.
Any detection of that, you bring it to me
You'll be known. Yes, sir.
because I ain't having it.
That's right.
Teach. Come on.
I travel across the world to go and expose people
That's right.
because we're not having it today.
That's right. Yes,
This
sir.
is never going down again.
That's right.
Over my dead body, Brother Smith's dead body, Alvin's dead body, Brother Smith's dead body. And we're going to orientate this brother again. Charity deed. We're going to defend this house
That's right.
because truth has to be known to them.
That's right.
We can't be shying away, you know. You can't mistreat this black man and black woman. The man who came to save us said, I'll climb a mountain 40 miles high and eat rattlesnakes. To save how many? So then how can you mistreat me?
One in the house.
You can't mistreat me.
That's
I'm your
right.
brother. And my mother, the one who came to save me, said, I'm gonna save one. Do you know how high 40 miles is? They haven't even got a mountain that high. And so he's trying to show you, he said, I'll go out into the heavens for you.
That's right.
One of you. So what's wrong with us then? We fight to go and stand up against, I'm fighting anybody and anything that's coming against this.
That's what we know is life.
Because the one life we have is the one that Allah gave us. You're going to live it, and if you're trying to hold on to it to save it, you're going to lose it anyway.
That's right.
So stand up for something, brothers. Stop sitting down and allowing people to rule you. Stand up for something, sisters. Stop sitting down. Especially you women. Don't let no one rule you. Don't let these teachers tell you about your child and what's happening with them and what they're going to do with them. No! My child. And if we stand up as a community, they can't trouble us. You stand up on your own, they'll come against you. If you say, I'm a member of the nation of Islam, my children don't take vaccination. What will happen then? Praise be to Allah. What happened when you say, my children don't take no vaccination?
Come on.
They don't need your...
Exactly.
Because they're killing them.
That's right, brother.
They're poisoning them. There's nothing in it except for death. Then they can't come to our school. Happy days! Happy days! What? Oh, they can't go to your school. I'm going to get, oh God, what's going to happen to my child? To hell with that thinking. Stop relying on the devil.
That's right. The devil gives you nothing.
Because he gives you nothing.
That's right.
Except for death. He gives you a whole heap of death. You got to understand what time it is, brothers and sisters.
Nation time.
It's our time. And time to get that damn devil behind us.
That's right.
Got no time for them anymore. Black or white one.
That's right.
I said, well, I'm coming back to that devil that comes in my room here. They can come through the door. But you behave a certain way.
Yes, sir.
Even if it's against... No, it is in your nature to behave correctly, but you acting like a devil. Don't be coming in here to devalue this teaching. Don't be coming in here to come and try and sow seeds amongst the believing body. And you all don't be listening to no slinking devil whispering into your ear. You've got to recognize what the devil is.
Yes, sir.
They don't come to you straight and talk to you straight. They come around the corner and... You know, sisters, you all know good when you're on the phone and them.
Yes, sir.
It's like twitching.
Start getting electric shock.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I'm around some people and if they start talking on me and start twitch, yes? What? It's like, oh, electricity went down there. That's a goddamn snake. And your subconscious is telling you that's a snake. Ooh. You ever had any people that come in your ear and them start chat? And when them chatting in your ear,
You get that shock.
ooh, watch them people there. Because your brain's already telling you. Because they're talking in your ear. Oh Lord, is that the time?
Yes, sir.
I looked at that thing there and it said half hour. This brother Clint, you know. Listen, Clint. My 3rd degree, you know. Watch out, you know. Watch out. Brothers and sisters, look. I'm going to carry on next week because I have got the floor for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And by the grace of Allah, my brother Leo. Did I even thank the people today? I didn't even thank you. Give me 5 minutes. Okay, here's the 5 minutes. Brother Floyd, thank you for your renditions of the teachings of the Most High Allah. Sister Anita, let's thank her for her renditions of the teachings. That was heavy science. Give them a little piecemeal of maybe what Sister put there today with the mind and how fast it moves and the 114 chapters of the Holy Quran. This is who we are. Mathematics is Islam. So thank Sister Anita again for you, please. Okay, and Brother Leo and I are sharing this platform for the time being. But it's not for us to hug it, but we're trying to be the representatives of what it is. So we're trying to show that strong front. And if they want to come at us, they come at us. You understand what I'm saying? But I totally enjoyed the weeks that Brother Leo's been up here. Wonderful. So can we give Brother Leo a round of applause? He really put it down. Put it down. Praise be to Allah. So I greet you in the greeting words of peace and paradise. Assalamu alaikum. Peace and love. Praise be to Allah. And on that note, I'm going to bring our brother David to finish it off.
Well, I'm going to end this session today with a bit of charity, but before we do this, first of all, it came to my attention earlier. I said that 4 armed police today at Victoria Station approached me because of a ticket problem. 4 armed police. Brother Clid brought it to my attention that 200 came for Khalid Mohammed. You know, so I'm a bit, I got a long way to go, you know? 200.
196.
196. Yes, sir.
Just don't
Yes,
buy a
sir.
ticket, man. Just buy the ticket.
You know, in this community that we're trying to build, there has to be love.
Love.
You know, love. That is the word. You know, too many times I've seen since Trump takeover, love trumps hate. You see that banner? Love trumps hate. What does that exactly mean? You know, because in our community, we've got brothers and sisters who don't talk to each other. We got sons and mothers, sons and fathers, daughters and fathers who don't talk to each other, who are angry with each other for some silly reason. You know, on Friday when Brother Leo gave that little, he spoke for 5 minutes it was, there was a little sister who my son introduced me to, and he goes to me, oh, that's Jeffrey's daughter. I said, oh, how's your dad? I haven't seen him. She goes, I haven't seen him. We're not talking. I said, well, be the bigger person. And she goes, I'm the child. I said, how old are you? 35 years old. Then you're not a child. Be the bigger person. Understand? Be the bigger person and ring your dad up and shock him. Wow, he'll be shocked. You know what I mean? That you're not talking, but you rang him. That's right. Or the father should do that. So if anyone is not talking to their child or their brother or their sister, give them a call and shock them.
Yes, sir.
Shock them.
Shut them.
You know, growing up, and even now, have you ever loved someone and they don't love you back?
Yes, sir.
You know, you had that little girlfriend, that little boyfriend, man, you love her, anything for her. Or that little boy, you love him. And it's mostly, you know, I would say it was mostly the sisters that love the boy and, you know, and do anything for him. And then he just abused that love. He took that love for weakness rather than what it was, you know?
Come on.
There was one time I met it, I was 17, man, 18. Met this young girl, and I used to ride well when I was 18, you know what I mean?
Listening.
Right what?
No,
Dry.
I used to ride some sports car when I was 18, man. You know, convertible, everything. And I met this sister. She loved me down, everything. She loved the car too. But anyway, one day she said to me, "Can you come and pick me up?" I went to pick her up, you know, in the car, convertible, cold, you know, but convertible, you know, so cold, you're shaking in the car, right? You're shaking because you don't get summer over here, so whenever opportunity, a little sun come out, roof up. So I went to the house where she told me to pick her up. One brother answered the door. He said, her name was Maxine.
No relationship.
I said, is Maxine there? It was her boyfriend. Right? And I'm like, shock. But I still took her. So she come out and she jumped in the car. But from that day, I had no respect for her. So what she was doing to the brother, I ended up doing to her, disrespecting her. But I say that to say this, we are in a relationship with a people who we love and don't love us back.
That's right.
Yeah, they don't love us back. So every time we show our love, they abuse us, abuse us, abuse us. So do we think we are going to be successful in this world of white supremacy? No way. No way. But we've got a brother here, Brother Leo, right, who is talented
That's right.
in his acting career and in his
Delivering the word.
delivering of the message, right? He's talented. People like that, they try and get on their side. But do you know the brother's still on this side after how long?
That's right.
He's still here doing what he did. And he would say himself that financially sometimes he's, you know, a bit
That's right.
found wanting.
That's right.
But he could easily go on the enemy side and get what, you know, and get paid.
Good.
And he ends up being here.
All right.
Right? So when we think about it, we have to give back. The Honourable Minister Louis Farrakhan was a musician. You ever heard him play the violin?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right?
Or sing.
Right? Or sing. And I'm not going to sing because if I sing, I will look bad and Barry will look better than what he right? So if I sing, so I'll leave it like that. so brothers and sisters, let's do something for our community, for ourselves, right? Let's do something. You know, I'm not a tyrant at home with my children, but you know, they may think I am, right? They may think I am, but I'm not. And especially my little boy, I would tell him, I would have a go at him, but 5 minutes later, he's snuggling up on the sofa with me.
Yes, sir.
After, you know, so we have to have that child's unconditional love, no matter what. But a lot of the time, you want something at the other end, you know what I mean? So watch out for that, you know? They snuggle up, can I have, you know? But brothers, we have to start loving each other. That's the bottom of the line. Praise be to Allah. Thank you, brother. Thank you for attending today. Can we rise in prayer, please? Thank you. Attention, prayer time. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, all praises are due to Allah, the Lord of all the worlds, the Beneficent, the Merciful, Master of this day of requital. To Thee do we serve, Thee alone do we beseech for Thy help. O Allah, guide us on the right path, the path of those upon whom Thou hast bestowed favours, not of those upon whom Thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum.